As much as I love the MCU, I haven't seen any of the Ant-Man movies. I probably should, but I have not. I probably should someday. I'm not sure why I haven't. I know the first Ant-Man is really good and stuff. But anyways, the Ant-Man bundle. We got Scott Lang's Ant-Man. This is Scott Lang, as far as I'm concerned. This is the one from the MCU, from the looks of it, as far as I'm concerned. I could be wrong on that. Somebody can correct me. Then we have the Antonio back bling. See that right there. Then we got the toothpick pickaxe. He does have an emote called the Mighty Ant, but for whatever reason, it is not in his bundle right here. If you don't know anything in the bundle, at least from this right here, it says 1,800 V-Bucks right there. The skin itself, 1,500, 600, then 800. I swear, Ant-Man, like the Mighty Ant was in Ant-Man's bundle. I swear. Let me actually, I gotta check this. It even says it right here, too. So I gotta check and then make sure. How much is it if you happen to have it? Okay, I gotta see. Don't worry, I'm doing some info right now. Alright. Ant-Man's thing. Okay, I'm not seeing any it's not saying anything on the Fortnite.gg site, which makes me sad. I'm so sad now. But I guess it doesn't look like this is a part of the bundle, despite it saying it in it right there. Whatever. So, but I already showed you the prices, though. For the gameplay, I'm going to be using the Bugsy Glider and the Ultra Red Wrap. If y'all are going to be buying any of this stuff right here, be sure to be using code RageQuitGod. One missed opportunity, I feel like, and I kind of stand by this when it comes to Ant-Man, is his glider. It could have been one of his ants or something like that, like Anthony or something. I think is how you say his name. Basically like just like he can actually like make one of the ants kind of like giant and just kind of rides it or something like that. That could have been a glider. The way the emote like also could have been a glider too, but nope, it's just an emote, which I am happy about. I don't know why they couldn't have made it into a glider though. All right, the Mighty Ant is what this is called. Mighty Ant. Not moving, then moving. Surprisingly enough, this emote is 600 V-Bucks, which, besides me, who would pay for that? Kind of makes this a little bit crappy, if you ask me. Still a cool emote, but come on, why so expensive? At least Chugga Chugga had a reason for it being expensive. Does the backbling react to kills? I don't think so. I think it's just an ant that kind of just does its own thing. But, alright. Now, the pickaxe equip unequip. That sound, that nice trail. That's a pretty good sound. Making sure I'm actually hearing this right here. I do like the little impact and stuff like that. The idea of this I like. One thing I always have to keep asking myself, of course, did we need a collab with Ant-Man to get us something as simple as a toothpick with an olive on it? If we had never had this collab, do you think this would have been a pickaxe anyway? I don't know. Still really good regardless. I really like this. I'm actually gonna have fun with my dude Ant-Man. He's amazing! Yep, skin is clean here. Does not need a backbling at all. Well, of course he doesn't. He doesn't have anything, like, well, maybe besides some ants with him and stuff like that in his pocket. But no, he doesn't really have much stuff on his back, really. The wrap I'm really happy about also, that I chose this for him. The pickaxe I'm having fun with. I'm gonna glide around with my dude. Yeah, I'm proud of myself for using this as the glider. It would make sense for it to an extent, kind of. If he doesn't have any ants available, maybe he could use that, who knows. I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna spin him around. Do this. If I turn this to nighttime, well, this has a little bit of a glow. That is always neat whenever they add stuff like that. But yeah, Ant-Man, not much to him. I would have liked more, but I'm still happy he exists in the game, of course. Of course, by the way, he has a Lego variant. Like, I actually really like the helmet. The helmet looks really cool. Also, the detail on the suit right there, the little dots right there. I always really like that. That is a really neat detail. And then his emote, the Mighty Ant in Lego. Looks kind of weird in Lego, but it's an ant, so it's likely to be expected that it's gonna look a little bit weird. Regardless, that's Ant-Man for you. Um, I would have liked maybe an edit style where you could take off his helmet and see the man underneath the helmet, but eh, it's whatever though. I'm hoping that they do fix this to where, you know, the emo is actually in the bundle because it's supposed to be in the bundle. But if y'all are going to be buying any of this stuff, be sure to be using code RageQuitGuide. And I'll see y'all around.